What's up, everybody? It's your man Lance. Welcome back to another episode of Digital Swag. You already know what it is, baby, baby. But anyway, last week I briefly discussed my new logo design and the custom Digital Swag invites for kids. It's hot. It's coming. I promise you, by next week, I'll have everything together with the full product launch. So stay tuned for that. So this video, I'm going to show you behind the scenes kind of a look as I narrate. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right. What you're watching me work on is the Digital Swag custom truck invite. The actual work time took me over 2 hours, but I've sped it up for your viewing pleasure. On the left is the actual reference file, and on the right is where I'm duplicating that card. I want to talk to you today, and we're going to call it Swag Chat. What the topic will be is chasing your dreams. Steve Harvey put out a video a while ago about taking a leap of faith, about how you have to jump off that cliff and go for it. How you're going to take your bumps and your bruises before you actually fly, but there's a process to the pain. Not everybody is going to take that leap of faith, but it may be a book that you want to write. It may be a new program that you want to take. It may be that gym you want to open, but no matter what your goal, no matter what your dream, you got to jump. What is faith? That leap of faith. What is faith? Well, faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And faith without actions is dead. So all those people that are sitting on the sideline talking a good talk but not doing, they're dead. A friend of mine told me a while ago that if you're not growing, you're dying. It seemed a little bit extreme at the time, and I didn't quite understand it. But what I've come to realize is that if you're not actively pursuing your God-given talents and using those to pursue a dream, you're dead. Faith is the only way to please God. And if you're not living by faith, then you're basically sitting on the sidelines. I'm sure you're not cheerleading for anybody. You're probably over there talking, gossiping, doing whatever you can to speak ill of others. But I love the saying, don't talk about it, be about it. So many people are experts at talking, but when it comes to actually believing in ourselves and taking that leap of faith, well, that's a different story. I can remember when I had told my friends that I was signing up for the military. Oh my, everybody had an opinion. Don't do it. You're going to die. You're going to war. They're going to kill you. And their fear was projected on me, and I was scared. I mean, I was a young man fresh out of high school, just signed up to go in the military for 5 years. It was frightening, but I didn't let that fear paralyze me. I did what I had to do, and I went for it, and I am so glad I did. How and why did I jump? And how do I keep from climbing back on that cliff? The why for me is motivation. The motivation of wanting to be a good provider for my children, to be that example that my mother was to me. She was a single parent who worked hard to raise her kids. I watched her struggle, but she instilled in me a hard work ethic, and that hard work pays off. I also wanted to learn new things that interested me. You know, I told you guys a while ago, if you've watched some of my past videos, that I got rid of my Comcast cable. Because basically cable, you pay for what they want you to watch. And oftentimes I was actually paying for things that had no interest to me or shows that I really didn't like. So I got rid of it and I found YouTube, and YouTube is incredible because I started finding things that interested me. And most importantly, the things that I really had a strong connection with, I started learning and doing, like Photoshop. Photoshop turned into video editing and production, lighting, camera work, marketing, which grew into Digital Swag, which grew into me launching my own custom invites. How? How do I do what I do? How can you do what you do? by chasing your dreams and goals. First, you have to develop discipline. You have to spend a set amount of time learning what interests you and removing the static. What do I mean by static? Static to me is the outside interference that distracts you from achieving your goals. For most of us, it may be social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It may be television programs, video games, or whatever. But for me, what I like to do is I like to set aside maybe 45 minutes to an hour to work on nothing but my project. I often get laughs when people ask me, what are you doing this weekend? And I'll say, I'm working on my projects. Projects, they don't quite understand. They don't think that because I'm doing something for myself that it could be something that could ultimately turn into something bigger than what it is right now. That's called a lack of faith. But for me, I can see it. I can taste it and I can touch it. And I know it's going to come to pass. So I can't let the naysayers, the haters, or the doubters distract me. I have to stay away from those people who are negative. And unfortunately, your circle may decrease in size when you get that mentality, but it will increase in value. So a lot of those people who may not see your vision or your dream or your goal, who are not supporting that, you may have to let go. And that's okay because you're doing what's best for you. How do I keep away from that cliff? Well, like I just mentioned, people are doubters, naysayers, and gossipers by nature. So sharing your dreams may cause a negative reaction or draw unwanted attention to yourself. Keep your mouth shut. Chase your dreams and let your work do all the talking. Allow whatever negative circumstances in your life be your slow burn. What is a slow burn? Well, if you think of like a candle and you light the wick, a candle wick is unlike a fuse. A fuse, you light it and it sets it off real quick and it detonates that bomb within seconds. But when you light a candle, it burns slowly. So whatever irritates you, whether it's your job, your marriage, your career, whatever it is, allow that to be your slow burn. Allow that to be your motivation to get up in the morning and say, you know what? Let me write down these 3 things I want to accomplish today, put it on paper, and then once I check it off, that's going to get me one step closer to my goal. The best thing that you can do for you is to continue to just pursue your dreams. It's tough. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to question yourself. You're going to even want to quit. But the most important thing you can do is make a promise to yourself that no matter what, I'm going to see this through to the end. Now, this digital swag custom invites, this was something that I've done for my children for a long time. And it attracted a lot of attention, not just from their friends and their parents, but from other people. So I sat down and said, you know what can I do to bring these invites to others and bring joy to their lives like it's brought to the lives of my family? So I came up with a game plan. I just didn't sit here and make this up and it didn't happen within a day or two. With me learning how to do this Photoshop thing, how to do videos, how to market and how to promote, it was a culmination of all these things combined, which led me on the road that I am today, this unbeaten path. Now, this path isn't taken by everyone. So many people feel like they don't have what it takes to learn something new, or they may be too old, or they may be fine where they're at. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I want to learn different things that interests me. I want to grow in multiple areas. I don't want to just be a career-minded person. I want to be, yes, an occupational therapist. Yes, a father. Yes, a graphic designer, an entrepreneur, eventually a philanthropist, and so much more. I don't want to be defined as one thing. I want my children to say, my dad was into everything. I don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. I want to be a jack of all trades and a master of all of them. Who says that's not possible? You? Them? Her? Him? It is possible. All things are possible. So, and in closing, I hope this helped. I know this is kind of different and off the regular type of videos that I do, but it was in my heart to just kind of let you guys know where I was coming from, and speak some words of encouragement and edification into your life. If you're struggling, it's part of the creative process. You're going to struggle. You're going to have doubts. But the most important thing is just to continue to believe in yourself and to go for it and take that leap of faith. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Thank you. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Share this video with those people who have kids that you would know would love to have a digital swag custom invite. I'm telling you, this is how you're going to be a Hall of Fame parent. Get the word out. There's a link in the description below to get a closer look at some of the sample invite cards. Download them, send them to friends and family. But most importantly, stay tuned for next week. That's going to be the official product launch. All your questions will be answered. And until then, God bless. Peace. And I'm going to kind of talk to you about my design process. I'm going to narrate. So sit back, relax, and enjoy it.